Welcome to the Working Man Committee Podcast. Happy Monday. It's President's Day. So whoever had a day off today, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a 3-day weekend, and who didn't, hey, hope it was a good day. So let's get into it. Joe Biden took a trip. Yep. Joe Biden took a trip to Ukraine. Yeah. He went over to Ukraine. Says he went over there, left at 3 a.m. Sunday morning, and flew over to Ukraine to meet with President Zelensky. And he didn't take his normal plane. He took the Air Force C-31, modified Boeing 757, normally used for diplomats. Small, like I said, smaller plane. Was able to ease in and so forth, and ease on out. So looks like what he did do is, he didn't fly right into Kyiv. It looks like he flew into another area and took a train across the country and met with President Zelensky. And so, so he was there for 23 hours, but I think he was going to Poland also to do some business. So I guess the Ukraine was a stop in the middle. And also, he pledged more aid to Ukraine and so forth, as far as military items, and I think it was another 500 billion with a B. And so yeah, so that's what Biden's up to today. Like I said, over in Europe, like I said, had a moment. And so it looks like on his flight plan. So let's say, what they released is, so he leaves Joint Air Force Base Andrews at 4 a.m. in the morning, 4:15 Eastern Standard Time. Runs around the world, makes it to Germany, refills, and then goes to the Ukraine, meets with Zelensky for roughly 10 hours. And then on Monday he makes it to Poland. So like I said, that was a meeting today, and so he in turn was able to, like I said, pledge more money. And I think about like this, as far as aid is concerned. I mean, Ukraine wants more offensive weapons. We give them defensive weapons and so forth. I think at some point in time here, we need to just give them what they asking for. I know the thing is, you don't want to upset Vladdy, but I mean, I know you don't want Ukraine to go offensive into Russia, and so. But at the end of the day, let's just battle it out, because I mean, there's no good way to in turn. To have this, because like I said, it's gonna be a stale war going on and on and on. And so, like I said, give Ukraine what they need and see who wins. That's what I think we should do. But hey, powers to be probably will not want to go in that direction and so forth. Just because, like I said, when Obama was in office and Joe Biden was Veep and handled that area, they didn't really want to give weapons at all, because they didn't want Ukraine to be on the offensive side. And so, what do, right? It's either keep throwing money at it, or hey, give them what it said and let them take it out. All right, cool. All right, let's switch gears here, and we're gonna switch gears. Working man, how you feel about how do you feel about this? That is a chicken wing from KFC. So KFC is getting rid of 5 menu items. Now, depends on how much you like KFC, and depends on these particular menu items. You might be upset about it or you might not care at all. And so we get into what they get rid of. So they get rid of the popcorn chicken, Kentucky Fried Chicken wings, chocolate chip cookies. Now I know some of y'all like them chocolate chip cookies, and like I said, you go to the grocery store, the chocolate chip cookie aisle be a little thin all the time. Yeah, but so what? Hey, it is what it is. But as I said, looks like these items aren't popular at KFC. Like I said, the wing game is one you got is the long game, and KFC is not normally known for their wings, for their original, recipe and so forth, more all the pieces of chicken. But like I said, they scaried out that the popcorn chicken. Be honest with you, I never was a fan of that one. I mean, you gotta cook it just right, and sometimes you don't get it right. You cook it too long, and then that little piece of chicken is almost like a rock or something. And so, yeah, so like I said, they're reducing their head count on their menu items, and like I said, probably more contractions in other restaurants on the menu items just because of all the inflationary things happening out there. And like I said, just the whole items for a select group, I guess it doesn't make sense financially for restaurants and so forth. And so, like I said, I see KFC being the first one to start eliminating items, and there will be others. Like I said, we in such a copycat world here that one company does one thing, and the other companies want to do the same thing, and so forth. And like I said, as a consumer, you just gotta kind of ride with it. And speaking of copycat, yeah, speaking of copycat, we got the another copycat. Facebook, Instagram, maybe getting more expensive to use. Yep. So, like I said, just going rolling off the copycat, you got Mark Zuckerberg announced a paid subscription service for Facebook and Instagram on Sunday, and you'll be granted a hollow blue check for your monthly fee. Now, who else gives out blue checks? Who else decided to charge for these checks? Yep, Twitter, Elon Musk. But like I said, Facebook is one of those companies where there's no innovating. I would say whatever else everybody else is doing is what they do. It's like TikTok got big, Facebook. We need to do TikTok. Let's do it reels. Then it turned into YouTube. They're paying people. We need to get more people. Let's pay people. Let's pay creators a piece of the action on the revenues. And now Twitter was like, hey, we need to, stabilize the business and charge for our checks and revamp that service. And now Facebook like, we charge for the check and so forth. So here it goes. Meta's verification will cost $11.99 for the web and $14.99 a month for your cell phone. It launches in Australia and New Zealand this week ahead of the worldwide rollout. The subscription lets you verify your account with a government ID, getting a blue badge and extra protection of your account and direct access to customer support. So you're pretty much paying license. You pretty much license and use the app to talk to customer service. Yeah, Facebook founder also noted that providing direct access to customer support will be a significant amount of money, which will be made up with the subscription revenue. So, letting you talk to a person about your account, about your page, about anything going on with your particular setup on Facebook, or Instagram will cost some money, and so they're gonna charge you for that access. If you made it this long without needing all those things, why would you need it now? Let's see. The newest options comes after Twitter launches a revamped version of its own paid services, Twitter Blue, which allows users to get verification profile and other benefits. Like I said, this what did. Like I said, Elon rolled it out after he bought Twitter for $44 billion, and so like I said, Twitter was in financial distress, and so he had to create ways for revenues. And I guess Mark Zuckerberg thought it was a cool idea, so to jump on it. Let's see. Meta has faced its own problems over the last few years, with the shares of the company stock down 54% since September 21 at the high. Yeah, so Facebook just does what everybody else does. And then too, like I said, they laid off 11,000 workers this year. It's a lot since this year. So between the end of last year to now, 11,000. And so the question I have is, who's gonna do customer service? I mean, you dump that many people, who's the money going to? And then two, if somebody gets this blue check, I need to be like instantaneous service. I need to be able to like, you know what? My feed ain't loaded. Click. Soon as I put the phone from hit the button to call, I put it up here. I about to hear, "Hi, this is Meta. Facebook is on the line. How can I help you?" And about not being no whole music or nothing for this $11.99 or $14.99. Yep. Alright, our next story, we're gonna transition. Yep, we're gonna transition into, y'all know who that is? Any ideas? That's Giselle Bündchen, Tom Brady's ex-wife. She's Brazilian, if you did not know. And so she was back home in Brazil celebrating while Tom and the kids were on vacation. And she was kind of letting it all hang out there. Tom, how you feel about that? Do you care? I know that she wanted you to quit football, or I guess she was leaving. And so you needed one more year of mediocrity football, super average, and so forth. But like I said, it says here so this picture was taken on Sunday, and the 42-year-old supermodel, author, mother, entrepreneur was dancing in streets of Rio de Janeiro on one of the famous carnivals. I guess it is carnival season, as you saying down there. It's the end of the summer. It's coming towards the end of the summer, and here it's almost end of the winter. So yeah, so they spotted her down there partying with their friends, wearing low rise jeans and a t-shirt, and pretty much just having a good old time, which is that's a good thing. I said that's what you do on vacation, especially you at Carnival and so forth. And so, like I said, they ran this story here for I'm saying just kind of throw it at old Tom, like, hey Tommy, look what you're missing. Look at your wife. Look at your ex-wife. She's out here partying. But hey, Giselle, enjoy yourself. And let's say we gonna move on to our next story. And I want to know, question for you working man: Would you, would you pay $100 to go to a book signing of a politician? Yes, no, maybe so. $100. Yeah, so we're gonna. Yeah, so we're gonna get into it here. So let's go. Let's play the report from.
You don't consider yourself a capitalist, though. Do I consider myself part of the casino capitalist process by which so few have so much and so many have so little, by which Wall Street, greed and recklessness wreck this economy? No, I don't. I believe in a society where all people do well, not just a handful of billionaires. Let me just be clear.
Well, that was Bernie Sanders back in 2015. He's been saying for years that I'm not a capitalist, except for $1 million that I have made while being a public servant. But while he apparently doesn't hate making more money, tickets for an anti-capitalism event, you heard that right, he is headlining next month, will cost you $100, and you get a front row seat. The event is to highlight his new book titled "It's Okay to Be Angry About Capitalism," which is described as a progressive takedown of the uber-capitalist status quo that has enriched millionaires and billionaires at the expense.
So Burn is an interesting character, y'all. I look at Bernie Sanders. He's one of those ones that, you know what I'm saying, do as I say, not as I do. Bernie hates capitalism. The billionaires and the millionaires. You know what? Side note: if you've been watching Bernie, he's ran for president a few times just to get out the house. And he used to say the millionaires and the billionaires when he's criticizing capitalism. And then it's found out that Bernie's a millionaire and got several houses spread around New England, Vermont, yeah. And so he dropped off the millionaire part from his, and he only talks about billionaires now. It's funny, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of these politicians and so forth, people get on this thing here and then say certain things and just to be saying. So Bernie over here now cares about the little guy, but he wants to charge the little guy $100 to come see him. He's in Ticketmaster for this outlet. Now my question is to Burn, if it was all about the people, as you say it is, and we mad at the rich people, and you know what I'm saying, because they're keeping little guys from not feeling comfortable at their level and looking at the big guy, you would in turn not be charging people to come to your book signing using Ticketmaster. So this is a whole production that you're trying to get money off of and sell the book also. So you want $100 to come see you at the bookstore, and then you want to pay $35 for your book. So you want to pay $135 for you. And like I said, this is the little guys you claim. And you're not a capitalist at that order, but you're definitely hitting the capitalist pinch, the capitalist, you know what I'm saying, point of view pretty hard. Come on, Burn. You gotta practice what you preach, buddy. Yep. But anyway. Yep. So like I said, I hope everybody had a good Friday. Like and subscribe to the Working Man Community Podcast. I'm your host, Brandon T. And we'll see you later. Peace.